Now, the trial against 5 men accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa resumes at the North Gauteng High Court this morning. Just last week saw some explosive allegations being made both in and out of court. Let's give you that context now, getting the very latest from our reporter, Silindelo Masikane. Sli, good morning to you. And in terms of context, before we get into today's proceedings, I mean, some very serious allegations that we have heard in court during this trial.
Inside court and outside court, Dumelo, as you correctly stated, last week was quite an explosive week in terms of submissions that were made by the defense, accusing Khumalo of being the one who mistakenly shot and killed Senzo Meyiwa. Those were the submissions made by Advocate Malisa Latifo. At the same time, Advocate Zandile Mshololo, for accused number 5, she began her cross-examination where she was grilling the state's first witness, that's Sergeant Thabo Mosia, around the way the crime scene was handled. She in fact put it to him that she believes that evidence was planted. She believes that he did not do a thorough job in terms of collecting evidence from the crime scene, depending really on his superiors to do most of the work. What we also saw, of course, was the response to these allegations put by Advocate Defo by Khumalo's lawyer, that's Magdalene Monsami, who responded to say that she and her clients are considering some kind of legal recourse when it comes to the allegations that have been made before the court, as well as saying that they find these allegations quite shocking, and that now is the time that Khumalo is deciding that she's going to fight back in terms of these conspiracy theories that are flying around. And now that Advocate Malisa Latifo has actually put these theories before the court, they believe that they are due to take action in terms of some kind of legal recourse. But what we also saw transpiring inside court towards the end of the week was once more Advocate Defo making submissions to the court that he wants a trial within a trial. Now, he put it to the court that he is aware that the state is in possession of 2 confessions from accused 1 and 2, which were obtained sometime around the time of their arrest, in terms of being in connection with this particular matter, saying that he believes the state intends on using these confessions, but also saying that this entire process has been flawed from the beginning, saying that his client's legal rights were not recognized back during their first appearance at the Boksburg Magistrates Court, saying that their rights were not read to them. You'd remember back then, Dumelo, at the Boksburg Magistrates Court, the accused actually refused to step into the dock, saying that they didn't know why they were brought before the court and for what charges, saying that this entire process in terms of the trial has basically prejudiced his clients because legally it has not started off on a good foot. But because these were merely submissions, no papers have been filed by Advocate Defo, the judge was very quick to stop him, to say that he cannot entertain him any longer, saying that he was wasting the court's time, and that once the state introduces this particular evidence, then Advocate Defo can have an opportunity to file an application to have a trial within a trial. We then saw Advocate Mshololo asking for protection from the court, Dumelo, saying that she finds it rather preposterous that Advocate Defo is now eating into her time into cross-examination to raise these submissions, and why didn't he raise them during his time of cross-examinations. So today, Dumelo, what we are expecting, of course, is that Sergeant Thabo Mosia, the forensic investigator, will once more be back in the witness box for cross-examination. However, we did adjourn early on Friday, and that is because Sergeant Mosia indicated to the court that he wasn't feeling quite well. He had taken some medication which was having some adverse effects on him, and this was noticed by Advocate Mshololo during cross-examination, where his answers weren't quite coherent. So this morning we're not quite sure if we'll see Mosia back in court. However, if he doesn't resume, then we are expecting that we'll start with another witness. But added to that, rather, Advocate Defo has also requested a meeting in chambers with the judge as well as counsel before we start at 10 a.m. this morning.
All right, Lee, that's what we leave it for this morning with you, but we'll be sure to come back to you as soon as there are other developments. My colleague Silindelo Masikane following through with the Senzo Meyiwa trial.